Hey y'all, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. It's been a while since I posted anything. Uh, as you know, I'm a floor guy on the West Coast, and the vacuums that I use are mainly used in probably, I'd say, the Midwest, Central states, maybe in the East. CDC Industries, Pulseback. That's Pulse, BAC. Anyways, I'm a total fan of their vacuums, especially their 500 model, their little HEPA 500. I'm going to show you here. There she be. Actually, I got a few of them. I'm on in the Monterey Bay here in California, and there's nobody close to service them. So I have had these for, I probably bought my first one 10 years ago. I have a larger model there, got that, and then I have the 1200. It's there, it's got a smaller can on it. I didn't want to be dragging that around to all my sanding jobs, so I have the smaller can for to run with my Hummel, so I can hook it up that way if I need to, or run a couple edgers off it. But typically we run an edger off of this guy, and this little model does a good job, keeps up with the vacuum or keeps up with the edger, so I can't say enough about them. A couple mods I did early on. As you can see, I've got some different wheels. I got this cart, well, I don't know what it is. It's from Grainger. I didn't like the wheels that came with it. There's two wheels that fit on the back here, and then you kind of move it around like a dolly, and I didn't like that, so I just taped the holes up. I got this from Grainger, and then these wheels you can get at a few different places, but I got those at Grainger as well. So, gosh, I wish I had the information on this. I'd have to go into Grainger and start doing some homework to find that again. But I have this for both of mine. Got a little bolt over here, tightens it up around the vacuum so it can handle different sizes. I guess you could go from the minimal here when it's squeezed together, and then out the width to this this bolt here. So anyways, it's a cool setup. It was passed on to me from Toby. He was I forget his last name, but he was a distributor for Pulseback. He was a wood floor guy. He did some other things, and now I believe he is working for Duracell in Wisconsin or somewhere. Anyways, can't say enough about this vacuum. At first I thought I was going to have problems because it's the way that it operates, and as you all know, gosh, we need things as simple as possible, and if they break down, we need to be able to jerry-rig them or duct tape them to get us by till we can get something fixed. So I figured all the computer stuff inside, and you know, it's a little bit more complicated than an on and off switch and a vacuum motor. So I was a little hesitant to drop. I think at the time I paid, gosh, I think $700 for everything when I bought them, which was quite a bit of money. Now I know they're over $1,000. So, and then buying something that you really don't have any certified technicians close. I mean, they're great over the phone. The guy, I forget his name, I used to deal with him at Pulseback, and he's retired now. So he passed the reign to a younger guy there. I haven't talked to him but a few times. And then there's a couple gals in the office that are absolutely wonderful to work with. They've always been able to help me out with what I need, and in the tech department I've always been helped. I've been able to work with them over the phone to diagnose something. You know, so anyways, with all that being said, I've got an issue. It's not pulsing, so my filters are just getting packed and clogged, so I don't know why it's not pulsing. So again, I've learned to work on these through the years. I might not necessarily do it like they would do if I was to send it in, but anyways, so I've removed the hood here, this hood. I've removed 4 nuts, one here, 2 on the other side, and then that will, hang on a second there, let's see, that will remove that. So there we go. We'll just sit this away here. All my nuts go into a magnetic dilly-whoppery thing there I got at Harbor Freight. $3.99. I got 1, 2, 3. I got them everywhere, and they're basically projects I've gotten into and I haven't finished. So I had about 5 of them, anyways. So anyways, here's what we got. Hang on a second. Let me do something real quick. I got a little. Alright, let's get that turned off. So, gosh, I recommend blowing this out every other day, but I only blow this computer board out every 5 months when I actually got to open it up and look at something. So, anyways, there she is. A lot different than an on-off switch in a vacuum motor. So, I've had it off before, so I've got things labeled. Motor, kind of like a throttle body plate here. I'll show you that in a minute. And then I've got the B and the B, so it just keeps it simple. Yeah, I've had to replace a couple things. I actually had to cut this to get this on because I didn't want to actually remove the plate. And this gets, oh, what time is it? Alright, I had to run off and get a haircut. I was a little late, 5 minutes. Anyways, so we're back. Where are we at? Alright, working on the pulse back. Alright, got the top off, removed the 4 nuts, lifted that off. Marked all my plates because this is all going to come off. I found that my vacuum, I don't know what they call it, seal on the bottom had shifted off to the side, so that was leaking. It was making a weird sound, so I'll re-adhere that somehow. Anyways, so my solenoids down here, I guess you would call them that, have quit working. So, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and turn this thing on. Hang on a second. What did I do with my plate? Gosh, I had a piece of... Hang on, what did I do with it? I had a plate. Maybe it's in here. There it is. Voila. There we go. It's my MERV 13 filter. Put it on my floor vents. We've got our returns in our, for the heating system. The return in the house, before we moved in, someone had been using it for years without the filter inside. So the return duct is just full of crap. So rather than have them cleaned, which I'm afraid to agitate inside the ducts, I put that filter material at all the floor vents to capture what's blowing through the system. So anyways, it was agitating my wife, or something's been agitating her, so I put that in, and things have been a lot better. The floor vents, it still heats the house. The CFM is definitely cut down, but the air quality is definitely better. So anyways, if anybody's looking to do that, got it through Amazon. The MERV rating was 13, so that's pretty high. That's used on a lot of your air purification units. We have one in the house. So anyways, all right, back to what we're doing here. Let me do some things. All right, back in business. Battery went dead. Yeah. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, there we go here. There we go. Let's get inside here. All right. So, what do we got? Let me mark something here. And take pictures. That's great about the phone today. Multiple uses. So we can just take a look at our wires here and see that the two from the vacuum are number 2 and 4. So I'm going to do this anyways. So I believe I got them marked already. Yep. Right there. So, white and black. Let's do this. Nice about these little guys here. Let's grab it and do a little bit more. Get in there, pull it out. Don't want to break anything. Don't want to break anything. So, anyways, so we've removed the 2 vacuum. Got those removed and marked. So, they're marked. So let's do this. I'm going to grab a little bit of tape. And what we got here? This is a T. So 4 T. Alright. So we're going to go that one. This is the T blank 4. What's up? Yeah. Okay, back to filming. My wife had to show me a picture of the Highway 17 closed. They've got it barricaded all the way across with probably every car that they, or highway patrol car that they have for this sector. Anyways, all right. Wish I had a camera from the top to do this. That'd be nice to get 2 views. Anyways, so motor's off. I'm gonna have to re-glue that. I was looking for any holes or anything. Nothing. sometimes these pass-through motors, the only thing bad about them is that if you suck something in, it gets past the filter. It will get inside here, rip your fins up, and you can see this one, it got something in there, and you can see it through it. And most likely it's a pin. The only drawback to their system is these pins right here. Get a pin here. This pin right here used to be held on with C washers, or spring washer on each side. So if the spring washer popped off, or say the pin busted, it would get sucked up in the motor. And then when it did that, it would throw that pin around in here and beat it against the side. You know, put holes in that, and then your vacuum doesn't work. Tear the fins up, thing gets out of balance, vibrates. Yeah, bad design at first. I was a little disappointed at first about the design, and they have remedied that. That's no longer an issue anymore. But you can still have things break off. It's just, we use this thing every day, and probably anywhere from 4 to 7 hours a day. So these things run a lot. So versus the time spent to, you can see here too, they've got a drill, they've drilled it out in here to balance this. There's a couple drill marks to balance this motor out. So that's, you know, that's a good sign. It's a Lamb motor, so good motor. Widely used in the United States, that's for sure. And you can get knockoffs. This is probably a $200, $150 to $200. You can find a no brand motor for probably $100 if you needed to on the fly. So, anyways. So yeah, the design was kind of poor in the beginning. I had to make sure, yeah, it seemed like, you know, anywhere between 6 months plus usage, it might want to suck a pin. So I'd have to get in there and do some maintenance every now and then when I had time to prevent that. But that wasn't always the case. So I've actually replaced, I don't know, in 10 years on this unit, I've probably got 3 motors in it. The other one, I think I've got 2 in it. So they have redesigned. They have redesigned it. There's no more. There's 1 pin now. 1 pin. There's 1 pin right here. Right there. There's another one over here. It goes all the way through. Used to be the pin. Yeah, the pins would snap too sometimes. But it now it used to be a pin and 2 C spring clamps on each side, so there were 3 parts. Now there's just 1. And this system, when you buy it now, I don't believe that you have to buy this whole unit now. You can't just buy the parts, because this is, I don't know what they call this pin, but it's definitely a pin, a spread pin or something. I don't know. Maybe I should get the diagram for this thing. Anyways, my suction plate fell off here. Oops. So, hang on. Hang in there with me. Anyway, so we're going to do a little bit of messing around in here to see what's going on, make sure everything's together. But I think what's happening is going to be on the computer board. So I'm going to have to... sometimes it's just a pin or something's broken there and they're not pulsing, but I think it's more than that now. Nothing's hanging up. Everything's working fine. I don't feel any... Yeah, it's all nice. Actually, so this is the new system. So this has all been replaced too as well. So, anyways, I'm just going to make sure the connections are good. But I think it's somewhere in my panel here. So, anyways, more than I can fix. So, yeah. Yep. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm just going to play around with it. There. So I believe the same board here will do the larger vacuums. There is another connection here for a solenoid 3. So I believe, I forgot, a couple $100 for this thing, $250 or something for that. So I'm going to have to figure out what's going on. Why? I'll have to call them. Yeah, so I went ahead and epoxied the rubber back on there. I know blue tape looks hideous, but it's holding it down until it sets up. Get that taken care of. The motor was still good, so I'm going to have to call Pulse back on Monday and have them walk me through. I sure hope I don't need a new computer board there. So anyways, everything looks good in here. Wow, where's the focus? It's not focusing. Might have to go into the settings here and take a look at what's going on. There's the action right there. So it's sucking, and then it goes like that, blocks it off, and pushes, pulses the air back through the filter, cleans it off. So it works. I mean, as the filters age, they lose their, they put like a, they're coated on the outside. So once that coating wears off, the dust will stick to the filter. It'll only work so well. So anyways, that's why they don't recommend you pulling them off and cleaning the filters, which we do, because I don't get near the life out of my filters as they say you should, but we use it every day. So anyways, we just on the filter here, we're just careful not to touch the pleats. You know, we'll knock them out. I built a, I don't know what you want to call it. Let's see if I can find it here. Anyways, so get this out. So our DeWalt blower here. This little guy, I built an attachment. Edgar has it, that fits onto this filter like this. It fits on, wraps around the threads, fits on like this, and then we just turn it on and it will, let's see here. So we turn it on and then it fits over this, and then we turn it on and we're able to help exhaust the dust off of these. So this is something we came up with. Rather than sitting there and just tapping on them, gets a little help from the... Alright, so we'll update. Motor sitting here, and it looks like my lead for both of my solenoids has come loose. So we couldn't figure it out. And then all of a sudden, I was just bumping some things and this popped off. So, hoping we'll get that fixed. And that will be, gonna unplug the machine. Just unplug it. And plug it. Unplug it. I'm going to place that. That's not a good spot for that, is it? Let's see what we can do here. There we go. And so let's go ahead and take a look here. What we got. Oop, that didn't work out too well. Why is that? Not wanting to come out. So, don't want to break it. Alright, let me get my little pick here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this motor off. Okay. Motor's off. Give me some room here. Give me some room. See if I can pull this straight. There we go. Alright. What do we got? Let me see here. I'm going to have to go over. Let's see here. Let's get this out of the way. More crapola. Let's see, where are we at? Which drawer? There we go. What do we got here? Let's see. That's mail. Not what I'm looking for. There we go. And maybe not. I think I need a little bit smaller. Yeah, that one's a little too big. So, what do we got here? Here we go. There she be. There she be. Got one right there. Alright. Put my stuff away. Away we go here. Okay. Voila. So, what am I going to do there? So, I am going to make sure that that will be the one that, that one will work. I'll have to tighten these guys up a little bit in here. I'll have to tighten this guy up there just a smidgen. Tighten it up a little bit more here. Okay, there we go. Alright. Shoot. Okay, I'll slide it on now. Tighten it a little bit. Right there, Harbor Freight. Can't beat them. $1.99. Sometimes you get them for 99 cents. I got the whole set. You can see them up there on the top back there, different angles and stuff. Dentist tool. So, yeah, they work well. Okay, so that's going to work fine. Now, I'm going to have to get me, hang on a second, show you guys what I got here. I don't know what they call these, anyways. I don't want to spill those. But these slip over. What are we going to do here? Try yellow? I'll show you how these work. Anyways, I bought a bunch of these. These are... I was doing some electrical work on something, and I saw that, you know how sometimes trying to get these wires, when you strip them into, say, male connectors or something, and you go to put them on and the wires splay on you trying to get them all in there, it's frustrating. So these, basically, you slip it over your wire like that, and then your wire will stick through there, and then I don't have my crimper, it's in the van, but I have something else we can use. Needle nose will work. Just trying to find some bigger ones so I get some leverage on this. Anyways, so let's get that over like that, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get that smashed in there. Oh. It's working somewhat. Not the greatest, but get it clipped over the wire. So holds it on there. So then what we can do, we can go ahead and put that over that, and then I can crimp that. I have to go get my crimping tool. Alright, here we go. There's a couple different ones here. These here are my favorite ones. Yeah, these ones are pretty good. Klein, I like all of Klein's tools. They make some good snips, good wire cutters, anything that'll do that. So let's get that up there like that. Let's go ahead and get this over. And let's get that. Give her a little tug there. Looks like we're good. I'm going to go ahead and slip that over. I think that's in between, so just like that. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and put our motor back on. Line up my AA, and I can move that back a little bit. Used to have some angled needle nose. I sat them somewhere in this garage and I cannot find them. But the angled ones, angled tip ones, work great. These ones work okay, but just having that angle sometimes makes a big difference. They were my favorite for a while, and they have disappeared. And I have put them somewhere. I put them somewhere. I don't know where they're at. I sat them down, and yeah. Anyways, they're expensive. They're over 20 bucks. They're just like these, only they're angled up here. They go up and then like that. So I haven't bought another pair yet, because the minute I do buy them, guess what? They'll show up, and then I'll have two pairs. And then I'll be really pissed. Anyways, nothing like being pissed off at yourself, huh? What can you do? Yeah. Anybody have a good idea what to do when you're pissed off at yourself? Put it in the comments. Alright. It's like punching a wall when you're upset and then you break a knuckle or something, right? Right? How stupid does it get? Okay. Gosh, I feel really good about this. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and I'm going to attach. I'm going to reattach this motor. So really with these post backs, every month, every 3 months, let's say, you should actually open this sucker up and take a look at it. Blow it out. Take care of it. I don't. So I just wait till something happens and then I go ahead and open her up. Anyways, I could have probably prevented at least two motors getting ruined if I'd done that. I'm going to back these threads up until it clicks and then go in. I had a mechanic teach that to me when I was young. Whenever you have problems threading something, just always twist it backwards till it it'll just kind of lift up and then set in, and then you go ahead and tighten it. So, there you go. Hear that little bit of, just a little. Anyways, when you do it, you'll feel it. Here, we'll see. Up. See there? Watch. Up. Click. Let you know that the threads have backed off, and kind of gets to the beginning, and then lifts it up, and then it goes like kind of like that, and then it lets you know that you're ready to go down. So anyways, just a good tip. That way you don't cross thread something, right? Nothing like cross threading something, screwing it up. Yeah. Anyways, all right. That's good. We're set there. Maybe this thing will pulse. Let's give her a shot here, huh? What do they say? Hero or zero? Let's get this thing to work. That was it. Loose wire. Hidden loose wire. If I wouldn't have bumped it or whatever, that would have been a hard one to figure out. Anyways, there we go. Couldn't figure it out, and then everything else was fine. So each solenoid has a hot wire, and then there is a wire. It looks like it's a common wire for both solenoids. So I guess each solenoid uses a single common wire, and that was the common wire. So, anyways, yeah, interesting. Okay, so fixed. Fixed. Love it. Love it. So there we go. She's working. Let's hear her again. We'll fire her up. Well, that was cool. Anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.